We are back with another exciting episode on the Untold Stories. Welcome to the show. My name is Betty Yosin and I will be doing this with my colleague Michael Insia Ochiri. And you know, anytime we are here seated, it means that it's going to be interesting and exciting. This is for Hearts of Folk fans. Today our guest is very popular among Hearts of Folk fans. If you don't know him, then it means you're a latter-day Saint Hearts of Folk fan. So today we have with us Saanie Wahab, who is a former Hearts of Folk player. This man paid his dues for Hearts of Folk, but unfortunately, injury made him hang his boots at an early stage of his career. Well, this man was part of the team that won the CAF Champions League in 2000 with Hearts of Folk, but unfortunately he was injured, so he couldn't play any match. And he actually picked the injury during training or one of Hearts of Folk games in Kumasi. Unfortunately, it has been pathetic, disastrous for him after he picked that injury. Since then, he's not been active. He's been out of football. And we will be having interaction with him, how he's been faring. I mean, for his football career to be cut short, how has that been for him? My name is Betty Yosin, and this I will be doing with Michael Insia Ochiri. Welcome on the show.
Thank you very much.
I mean, how have you been faring? Coronavirus and all that. How has life been for you?
By His grace, I'm coping.
You're coping?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you want us to mix the language Chi and English, or you're comfortable with English?
Anyone.
Okay.
But my Chi is not good to myself.
So we should stick with the English. Saanie Wahab, a very phenomenal player. Talented one, of course. I mean, we remember your mate with Chastela, Ishmaelado, Dems and all that. What happened to you? What happened? I mean, suddenly you disappeared from the scene.
Yeah, I think in the 1990, we have a game at Kumasi with Kotoko. The one we scored them 4-0 over, so the return match at Kumasi, and I got that injury with Kotoko.
That was in 99.
99, yeah, that was 99.
Okay.
So since the injury, at least I'll do my best to maybe come back again, but maybe man propose, God dispose. So,
so what kind of injury was that?
It's a ligament.
Okay.
At the knee.
At the knee.
Because I stretched my leg to take ball from Michael Ose. He just scratched the leg with his body. So
after you picked that injury,
yeah,
what happened to you?
This is a good question. I don't know where to start because it's a lot of story. It's a lot.
You can cut it short.
It's a lot. Okay, after the injury, then we are in camp because of the Champions League. We are in long camp. So before we reach Accra, my leg has swelled because of the sitting at one place. So our Mazua called Ozi. He gave me some block to tie my knee.
To ease the pain.
So we are in camp, so we didn't break at that time. So we went back to camp, all of us. And our Mazua started treating it. So I think we have a doctor called Dr. Korti. He's our doctor at that time. So they asked me to go to, I think, is it Kolebo or 37? I forgot it because that time I was not so. ET Mensah decided to take me to 37 for surgery. So I went there. They took my particulars, everything for the. So I forgot what happened because I couldn't do it.
Okay.
I forgot it.
You couldn't do the surgery.
The surgery. So later on, decided I have to go to Kolebo to do the surgery. See, I followed up the management, and I'm waiting for money for the surgery. So a certain guy, a friend of mine, took me to Kukuidua, I think some missionaries hospital over there.
Okay.
So I went and meet some white man over there. I think from Spanish, and they said this is a minor. It's not minor surgery for me. Because,
So it didn't even need a major surgery.
no,
it just needed a
minor,
just some little correction.
Yeah, minor. So I went. Yeah, so we booked appointment with him. So the following day we went there, and he said the equipment he has to do it well with. The hospital didn't, so he would just do his best. So okay. So he done after that. My friend drove me from Kofita to bus stop at Ari's place. So I went to see Ari and we talked. And Ari said he will come here. He will come to my place. Okay. So fine. So I left. So Ari came to my house and talked to me about how I said this is the situation. So I think he gave me 6 months or 3 months. After that, I started training.
So the man did the injury. The doctor did the surgery.
So I started training again. So the course of the training, I think I started feeling pains over there. So I think that's all. I couldn't do anything again. So it's now our Mazua asked me to go to. We have to go to Kolibu. So we called Dr. Corte, so he have to book appointment for us. So I went to that time, Manche, I think.
Tommy.
Yeah. I think. He said I should come to the office. So I went to the office and gave him some part of the money for the surgery.
How much was the surgery then?
I can't remember.
You can't remember.
Yeah.
But was it more than 5,000 cedis?
Yeah, it's more than. I think it's more than 5,000.
Okay.
No, it's not more than 5,000. I think it only read 5,000. I think it's in the old new currency now. I think it's about 30 or something.
So about like 30 million, like 3,000.
Yeah. I forgot the.
And the best amount to give you part of the money.
Part of them.
Okay.
So after the surgery at Kolebu, so I started going to review this thing, massaging, exercising, and physio over there. After this, I'll show you this thing.
So who paid the remaining half?
That wasn't paid till date.
I think the remaining was. I think this was a match after some match. They asked me to wait for some match after the match. They will, I think,
get some money.
Some money too. I think that's what they do to pay the balance of the listing. So,
but did they clear or everything?
They clear everything.
Okay.
It's only this thing, my review,
yeah, physio.
That's why I personally use my money for it.
Okay.
But after that, they haven't given my money.
Your money back.
Yeah.
So after that second surgery,
yeah.
What happened? I mean, the injury was still.
After the second surgery, even if I'm training, I just feel pains in there.
Yeah.
So and they asked me not to force. If I'm started feeling pains, I shouldn't force. Feeling force is too much.
So was it your decision to stop?
It's not my decision because I'm willing to play, but the soul.
So because your injury was still worrying you, you decided to stop? Yeah. Or was the management that called you into a meeting one day and said...
No, the management didn't call me a meeting. It seems like after the injury, I'm not now, after this time, I'm not a part of the team, so there was time, a certain man called me, is within the management, that they have paid the players, so I have to go and do what to collect my pay. I think I requested of them and they asked me, I'm not doing it, so I think they will give me half of, I've forgotten, they said they will give me half of
your salary.
My salary. I said, woo.
And this was in which year?
I think in 2000.
Okay.
In 2000.
Because I asked, because around 2000, 2001, House of Folk were raiding on the African continent when it comes to club football.
Yeah.
So if at that time, a player who has been registered and because of injury, you couldn't play games and you went for your salaries and you are told, I mean, your services weren't enough. were not enough, so we were giving you half. It might have gotten to you, like as someone who had all these years died for the club.
Yeah. If they asked me to write, I think they asked me to write a letter for. I don't want to remember that issue.
Do you still harbor some pain in you when it comes to every time you hear Hearts of Folk?
Oh no, I don't have that pain because I just love the club.
Okay.
And I played the club with my heart.
Okay. But were you treated fairly as you had wanted?
No. I didn't get that.
Saanie, even before we go there, I mean, how did football start for you?
Football started, I was born at Tudu, growing up at Tudu, this Gota to Gota.
Yeah.
Football. So, I think, at that time I was in secondary school at Saulem.
Okay.
That time I'm playing for 3rd division at Nima Montreal. But if they are doing some sports, I don't take part. So I think one of my colleagues went and told the sports master that this guy is good, so why didn't you invite him? So the sports master personally came to the class and asked me, there will be a training in the afternoon, in the morning, so I have to
come and join.
Yeah. So from there, after my career at 3rd division, I went to Vorade on a scholarship. I attended Mauli Secondary School there, so
okay.
Yeah, on a scholarship.
Mausi Dakes Vorade.
Yeah.
And how was it like playing for Vorade back then?
Yeah, super.
So the transition from Vorade, I mean, after completing on a scholarship school, on a scholarship, you joined Vorade, you made your mark, then you came to Tema.
Gapuha, yeah.
And Gapuha, how was the feeling like?
Oh, at that time I'm playing for Gapuha, you know, everybody wants to play for big clubs, so my aim is I have to make my target to play for Accra, so. Okay.
So growing up, it was always your mind to play for Hearts.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Was it because your family?
No, it's not my family. I don't know. It's like from childhood.
Okay.
At that time, Accra was of secretariat, but so sometimes if you are going to play, a match, or the players were assembled over there before. So I think I have the passion from that place too. I grew up with it too.
So how did you get the chance to enter into Hearts? How did that come?
After Gapua, I think I played Gapua for 2 years or 3 years. So someone linked me to this Tomioka. So I started training with us at that time. Because I was very small, so I'm changing. So the supporters asked, this guy is good. Why did you people don't want to register this boy? So I started training. So it reached a time I have to stop. I have to stop the training. So I think at that time I was still at Kavli. So Olympics asked me to do what?
To join them.
Oh, okay. I don't know when to tell Thomas Okan. So in that night, immediately Thomas Okan sent someone to come and call me. So I went there and said, this is the issue. So at that very night, he asked me to sign.
So I signed a contract for Hearts.
So I signed contract without taking peso at that time. I think I played after first round. First round before I was giving my salary. My
signing
contract
fee.
How much was your signing fee?
Is it? I think it's 1,000 or
10 cities.
No, 1,000. New currency.
10 million.
I think is it 10 million or 15? I've forgotten.
Okay.
At that time, I collected my salary.
Your signing.
My signing fee. Yeah.
So at which year was that? Which year did you finally sign for Hearts?
I signed for Hearts. I think in is it 94, 95?
Okay.
95,
So
96,
between 94, 95, 96.
Because I played House of Folk six or seven series continuously. Yeah.
Okay. You played for Hearts of Folk. You played for Hearts of Folk for 6 years.
Yes.
6 years.
Yes, 6 years or 5 years. Because at that time we won the trophy that I think continuous is 4 years or 5 years.
Five. It was 5 on the trot. Yeah.
Okay. So you were with Hearts of Folk for 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
When you finally got a chance to sign for Hearts of Folk, I mean, as a player, your dream of playing for a bigger team, your childhood dream team, Hearts of Folk, has come to pass. That moment, how was the feeling like?
Oh, marvelous. Because what I'm aiming for, I think as I have achieved it, so I have to do a personal listing because there's a lot of people who are there. Now is the competition. So that time I haven't played a match before, so I'm in bench. That time the issue recipes, Coach Afrani was the coach that time.
Okay.
So I think my first match at Kumasi with Kotoko, I came in, as I said, as a substitute. After that match,
that's when you became a permanent player in the team.
Yeah.
Okay. So now from afar, your dream was to play for Hearts of Folk.
Right.
Maybe you didn't know how it was, I mean, the management and everything was like, how they were managing the team and all that. When you entered, were you disappointed with the kind of things you were seeing?
No, I'm not disappointed because, like earlier, I said earlier, I didn't go for the club because of money.
You just wanted to play for us.
I just wanted to play for us, and I with my heart. So that's what I said. Like the time we are playing, our winning bonus was paid, but
so when you were playing, they will pile your winning bonus.
Yes, because every match you win, you have to. So it's a whole lot. So even it came a time the management, if you are going to play, they wanted us to lose match because after the match we have to collect.
Interesting. No, like I want to understand this part. You guys were always winning.
Yeah.
And your winning bonuses were piled. Yeah. Not that they were paid to you outright, but they were being piled.
Yeah.
So you got to a point, management will pray that you lose so that they don't owe you more winning. That's quite interesting. Okay. So, but in terms of, I mean, your time with Hearts of Folk, did you enjoy that moment? Though your dream for playing for longer was cut short, did you enjoy the moment?
Of course, I enjoyed it.
What was your best moment at Hearts of Folk?
Always. Always, because match after match, I make sure I perform well. So always I'm happy.
Always you were happy.
Yeah.
And what was your worst moment?
Worst moment with us, I think us and Kotoko, yeah, that time Robert, the fastest winger. Robert something. For Kotoko. After Kotoko, he went to play for Goldfields. I forgot the name.
He did.
Lawrence Ajay.
No, not Lawrence Ajay. This is it's Ashanti.
Oh, okay.
It's very fast. So once I also have a fast distance. So Ophir San decided me to go and play at number 3.
Okay.
At that match. That was my worst match at House of Folk.
Which year was that?
I think is it 97?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's
you look at your squad, the likes of Joe Famille. I mean, the names goes on and on and on. It looks as if all these great talents never got the chance to play outside, regardless of what they exhibited here in Ghana. Was it a management decision not to allow most of you guys to travel outside, or you just couldn't get the needed cut out there?
It's not the management, because at that time I went to Greece
Okay.
for the trials. I think it was Dusina who connected
Okay.
to, I think, is it Olympiacos or what? We went there and it seems like we reached the agreement was after the students over here. We went there, everything changed. So the manager asked us to come back. I think I am Ishmael, so we have to come back.
Okay.
But it's not. I think that those. I don't know. I don't know about the rest. As for my side, it's not the management. I think if you get a chance, you have to go. The management will allow you to go.
So with the Greece contract that you just spoke about, was it that the money Hearts of Folk management were looking out for was that huge that the Greek club, whether it was Olympiacos, Panathinaikos,
I think it's Panathinaikos. Yeah.
Okay. Was the money huge? That is how come the deal couldn't go through.
No, the money is not huge. I think from before offset, they have said we are going straight to the club.
Okay.
I think we read that the agent, that's not the issue. The agent asked us we have to like we are going for justified
Trials.
so you have to go for like 3 clubs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's always asked, this is not the issue, this is not the contract we have to, so
you guys have to return.
yeah.
Okay. Now, President, I call you President because, I mean, back then, whenever your name is mentioned, Saanie Wahab, the President, because of the good work you did in defense for Hearts of Folk and the various national teams. You went through series of hands with regards to coaches.
Yeah.
At Voradep, at Gapoha, Hearts of Folk, even series of coaches. Which coach would you say, this is the man who shaped me into becoming the president people knew me for on the field of play? Okay,
all the coaches contributed from a certain man called Mr. Akrasi at Voradep.
Okay.
And Johnny Sean.
Gapoha.
No, also at Voradep.
Okay.
So at Gapoha, I think all of them, may so rest in peace. This coach. I think he coached Hearts of Folk again. He stays at Ebetado at Gapoha, the Ebetado, before coming to us. The time I came to us, I think Afrani.
Okay.
So Afrani asked, because of it, he asked me to start playing at the central back.
Oh, okay. So Afrani is the one who turned into a central back.
Yeah. Because I'm a right fullback.
Yeah.
So after there's no one, so he asked me to go and play the central back. So after that, that's it.
And you also worked under Jones Atukufi.
Yeah. After Afran, then Jones Atukufi.
Oh, I mean, you were with Hearts of Folk for 5 to 6 seasons, and unfortunately, there was an injury. You had to undergo 2 surgeries.
Yeah.
You said from the initial stage, Hearts of Folk supported. They paid for your surgery. What were you expecting Hearts of Folk to do for you?
I'm expecting, I think, they have the opportunity, they can fly me outside from the country for the injury surgery, but no one. No one. So, because even the money for the surgery, I have to struggle for them, pressure them before. That's what I'm saying. Even my physio and my physiotherapy and review, I use my money. I use my money to pay.
So you think that they neglected you?
Definitely.
And I mean, would you ever want your child to play for Hearts of Folk?
Why not? If you want to play, you have to.
Despite the treatment they gave you.
Yeah. Maybe if he went there to play, maybe I don't know. Maybe what I really got from them, maybe you can get this one.
When you left the scene, because of this injury, it was worrying you. Were you hoping to go into management? Because now you couldn't play football again.
As for the management, it's out of my mind. I think, is it last week? A friend called me to tell me about the management. I told him,
maybe
I don't have that
administration or something.
No, I don't have that because nowadays the boys who are coming when they don't respect. Yes, but they don't, because if you ask him to do this, he also do what he wants.
Yeah.
So I don't have that heart.
Okay.
So now currently what do you do?
Okay, I'm working with a friend.
Okay.
Some I think manufacturing. Cooking
Okay.
items.
Manufacturing.
Yeah, cooking items.
What?
Cooking utensils.
Okay, so you do cooking utensils. That's what you currently do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have any plans of going into football. You are done.
Okay, I think I told, like earlier I said, my friend. So I think I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll go to the coaching course. I think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You go to a
I'm
coaching
thinking about it. I haven't taken a final decision yet. So.
Saanie, you look at the local terrain.
Yeah.
The two biggest clubs, Accra Hearts of Oak, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and over the period, the way and manner players are being treated, especially when they get injured. When you sit back, do you think something can be done going forward? Because it's been reoccurring. You are not the only one telling this story. There are several other players, both at Kotoko, Hearts of Oak, and even the smaller teams, who go through some of these, things. Can that situation change?
Yeah, if they change, I think it's a plan. If you plan well, because we have no insurance in the first place. If you have insurance, I think insurance can take care of this.
So when you were playing for Hearts of Oak, the likes of Joel Fameye,
No
Ishmael Ado, the likes, you were not insured.
No insurance.
So what are you hoping to be done so that the upcoming players won't go through what you've gone through?
I think if they build a structure from the top, and I think the old ones who are there, I think they have to back then they bring who's I think they think about the players' welfare. I think they do that, then the players will enjoy, because everyone is also thinking about himself, not the one who's working for the club. Yeah. So?
Well, President, when you left football and you were home, how was it like? If you can take us through, because we know there were responsibilities on you, at least family and all that. How was it like?
Don't conclude what you are saying.
We went through hell.
Serious. Even if I'm on active, like playing football, I see them cry.
When you on the TV and you see your colleagues playing, you cry.
I cry. But it's not easy. I don't want to remember that.
Yeah.
I don't want.
You went through hell when
Seriously.
you left Sassafo.
Seriously.
And how was your family taking it?
We know we are Muslims, so whatever comes, is God. So.
And how were you feeding for yourself? Because you told me that
I think
Hearts of Oak was not even paying you your full salary.
I think that's why I said earlier. We have individual friends who I think they are our supporters. So if anything, you call them.
So you were relying on the supporters.
Some of them, not all. Some of them, the one we are closer to.
So you were relying on some of the Hearts of Oak supporters to feed yourself.
And the friends.
Okay. That might be very painful for you then.
Seriously.
Walk us through this. What broke the camel's back? And I mean, what incident happened and you just told yourself, oh my God, I think I'm done and dusted with Hearts of Oak? Because I learned probably you were told, okay, we've paid the players, go for your salary. And walk us through that incident. It's very, very emotional for Saanie Wahab now.
Seriously.
But just briefly, I mean,
what made you take that final decision to say that, well, it's fine, let me go?
This question, I don't know where to start from.
So okay, let me help you. Your colleagues were paid, okay, and you were told, okay, go for yours, and you went there. They told you what?
You are not playing, and you are home, so you can't take your full salary, so you have to take half.
After not even catering for your physio fees and what have you. This was in 2001.
Yeah, about. So I decided to brush everything.
So are they still owing you your salaries?
Oh, a lot. Even I'm talking about my PCU.
Yeah.
They haven't paid. So how much you give my salary?
But have you made attempts to?
No. I have a photo. I mean, after the show, I have the photocopies.
The PCU.
I think it's 1,000 something. I think that
time. Okay.
Maybe if I'll show you the receipt. So Tomasoka asked me to do the photocopies.
Okay. And bring it to him.
So I gave him the original and I keep the photocopies.
But I mean,
nothing is done with it.
What do you think that talents like yourself have been destroyed because of some of these decisions by our football management?
Oh, of course. Because I decided not to put myself into football again because
of the treatment you went through. You wanted to be off football.
Yeah, I don't want to think about football.
Do you watch House of Folk games?
Not always.
How many years has it been?
When was the last time you watched a House of Folk game?
I think the last month I watched House of Folk match. I think the 1-1.
Okay.
A friend asked me.
It was even the friend who asked you to go and watch.
I said, ask for today.
You should watch.
You have to.
When was the last time you went to the stadium?
That was my last time I went to the stadium.
Okay. After that match. That was in which year?
I think the 1-1.
That was about, was it 3 years ago?
Yeah. That was it. So you vowed to yourself not to do anything football again.
Yeah.
Wow. But now, I mean, then we can't even ask you much more about current House of Folk players because you don't even know them.
No.
Is House of Folk on a downward spiral, I mean trend? Because you look at your time, yes, obviously it's about generations upon generation, but where you guys left the club and now, yes, you're not following, but obviously we hear, is it looking good?
No. Even in general, the football has dropped.
Has dropped. And do you think we can get back on track?
We can get back on track if we start what we left, like these schools and sort of, you see. I mean, we've started polishing the players from there up to because our time after schools we play a third division. Even if you are going to join a club, it was a justify. Not maybe this big man has given a letter to give this coach. You have to come and justify yourself, and the supporters will justify this player is good, this player is bad. As of now, there's no justify.
And you think this same thing has gone all the way to affect our national team?
Of course, at that time, I think that some of local players play.
Yeah.
But as at now, what was the last time they have called national team? Maybe from 1 to 11, they are featured about 3 local players.
It's always foreign based.
Because at the point in time, Atikofio used House of Folk 11. Almost against Nigeria.
Yeah. So now look.
Saanie, is it going to be okay for Ghana football?
It's going to be okay if the structure, everything will be okay. Because we have the talent. We have the talent.
I know you had a couple of stints with the Black Stars, the Black Meteors, the Sanie's time, the Black Stars, prior to the 2002 World Cup qualifiers against Eritrea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the chance to play in Kumasi. You look at the Black Stars and over the period, what we've been able to achieve 3 times at the World Cup. There have been issues, but whenever it comes to player management, he seems to have issues. And I'm talking about Brazil 2014, which is still fresh in the minds of some Ghanaians. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And I'm relating it to your injury. We've seen the likes of Jerry Akaminko, Baba Abdurrahman, and when you get injured, that is it. The sort of attention that you need is ignored. But when it comes to winning bonuses, when they take $10,000, people are crucifying them. It is huge sums of money they are taking. When you hear some of these things, what goes through your mind?
The fellow is working. You are working for, if you work finish, they have to do it. They have to pay. That's why we work. So if he has worked for it, you have to, what is supposed to give him, you have to take it. So if I work for you, you have to pay me. And I think the money is not coming. I have to ask you why.
Someone saying you guys are not patriotic.
Why not patriotic? We are not patriotic. I don't understand, because if you are working, what do you? If you are working, what do you want? If you are working, after work, what do you expect?
Money. You work for money.
Definitely. So if he has worked for the money, and you're expecting the money is not coming. You have to follow. You have to fight for his right.
But they believe that it is the nation that gave you the platform, so at least you can go on to sacrifice.
I'll come to you, but let me tell you a story. At that time we were in the camp, I think some of the players they use their own pocket money to buy tickets to come down. Even if they are going back asking for the money,
it becomes a problem.
Yes. So let me come back to your question. So if a certain person sacrifice, and maybe he sacrificed for the nation, and the money is not paid, and what he has worked for, and is demanding, so what should we say is not patriotic?
Saanie, what would be your advice to up and coming players, footballers?
Okay, my advice.
If you want to use yourself to advise them, what would be your advice to them?
My advice for the youth who are coming now, if you want to play, you have to be serious with your training. I think you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. And if you want to play, just remove about money from your focus.
But you did same, and look at what happened to you. Don't you think it's about time they make money the focus?
Yeah, now the youth are coming. Everyone wants to travel.
Yeah.
So if you have that mind, you get a platform. From the platform, I think you will sell yourself to Europe. So if you say you demand this, because how much are you anywhere here? You can't tell me a club pay a player a month like $500.
So you advise players to move outside and not waste their talent here because there is no money here.
Of course, because if you are here and maybe unfortunately you get injured, who is going to take care of you? Because we are also trying to go to outside. I think we have a family. We have a team. If anything, because our time we are playing as supposed, so everyone knows that we need any money.
But that was not the case.
That's not the case.
Saanie, in your next life, if you are to choose any club to play in Ghana, will you choose Asofo?
Of course, I'll choose Asofo.
No matter whatever they've done to
I'll
you,
choose Asofo.
you play for Asofo
Yeah.
again. Wow. In your 5 to 6 year season with Asofo, what were you able to purchase and say that, wow, playing for Asofo, I was able to purchase a TV, a watch or anything? What property can you lay your hand on? Nothing.
A lot, but I can't say it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And you were part of the 2000 group that won the CAF Champions League.
Yeah.
Because Atukwefiu, though you were injured,
Yeah.
he insisted you
to stay,
stay in camp.
Yeah.
They were promised some money. Were you part of it?
Yeah, I'm part of it. Even the money they give, I was giving some of them, but not equal with those who play.
Okay.
And later, after the I think club championship appearance, I think some money came.
You got some.
Yeah, I think I got some. Yeah.
But have you been hearing from any of the old, either management or players? Have you been hearing from them?
As for management, they're out.
But the
As
players.
for management, out. The likes of Bese Manche, Tommy Okai, Arizako.
Out.
But you've been hearing from the players?
Not all of them. I think sometimes I call.
But do you think you could have gone far if it wasn't for injury?
Of course.
You think you could have gone international?
Of course. And that's what my target
What team were you hoping to play for?
at Europe.
Yes.
I'm a Madrid fan,
So you wanted to play for Madrid?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was Madrid fan.
Don't worry, maybe your son will play for Madrid. Do you have a son?
No.
You have a child yet?
No.
You're
not
not
giving yet. I'm married, but
You're
not
married.
giving yet.
Oh, okay. Wow. You met your wife through sports, football?
No. After my
After you retired
yeah.
from football.
I think I married. I married I think in 2004. I mean 4 years now.
Oh.
Okay, just recently.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, you are solely dedicated to the production of the utensils and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. But will you say you are comfortable now? Financially, are you comfortable?
I'm not comfortable because you have a family, so you have to. You can't sit. Maybe you have to. No, it's not right. So you have, I think what I'm in is better than our sit.
Yeah. Did you look at yourself? Did you make money in football?
I didn't make money in football.
About 13, 14 years of your career.
I didn't make money in football.
Okay, in total, how much did you make? Can you give
an
amount of how much you
I
made?
can't see that. I think at that time I have a land at Kaswa.
Okay, you bought the land from when you were with us.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think I wanted to start building and the injury came,
so you couldn't build
I
it.
couldn't build it.
But then many say that local players can't save and buy a property. But you at that time, you were able to buy a land.
It depends on you.
It depends on
How
you.
you use your money. But at that time, I think I'm a quite good build at that time. I thought that this guy, Osman Amadou, also, and I think Kenneth Sapo.
Okay.
Finally, do you regret not pursuing education and snubbing football? Do you regret? Do you regret choosing football as a career?
No, I don't regret. I don't regret.
You think it has become a learning curve?
Yeah.
Well, that is Saanie Wahab, and such an interesting, revealing, and a sad story there. And he is a former Hasselhoff player, but unfortunately, he couldn't go that far in his football career because of injury. And I mean, I hope that he is able to find himself whatever he wants to do currently with his life. So this is the Untold Story. My name is Betty Yosin, and I was doing this with my colleague Michael Insia Ochre. And our guest for today was Saanie Wahab, former Hasselhoff defender. Before we meet again, it's a wrap and peace out.